Oh, hi, didn't see you there. My name's Steve Bartholomew, or Mr. Bart, and I teach video production too. I guess I'll include Pentucket TV here as well. So these classes have been going really well. The first part of class has been more of first part of class, but what I mean by that, up until like mid-October, it's been more of a refresher and kind of getting used to the dynamic, which is obviously brand new to all of us. So with that, it was more assignment-based projects we had been working on, and I used two new tools, Nearpod and Edpuzzle, which are really cool. Nearpod is like a very immersive PowerPoint presentation, and it's a presentation that we don't all have to do it at one time. We can go in at any time and kind of go through and watch it and engage with the presentation. I was going to say slideshow. It's not really a slideshow. But it also incorporates some really cool things like virtual reality. Not that you're going to have to put on those goggles and look around like that, but just on the computer screen or on your phone screen, you can kind of look around 360 degrees and kind of see what's going on around you, which I think is really cool, especially given we don't exactly have that opportunity right now, at least during class. Technically, yeah, you could look all around you, but going to these really cool locations and doing that. The other part about Nearpod that was really good for the refresher is just the camera angles and things like that. Those are so important to everything we put together in video. You're showing the story as much as you're telling it, as much as the dialogue's important. It's the work of the camera that would create a feeling within the viewer. So to have Nearpod for that is really good. Hopefully for most people it's a refresher, but the nature of this course, I could have a senior who hasn't taken this since freshman year with somebody who took it just last semester. So that, coupled with all the new stuff going on, I'd say it's going very well, and it's great to have that and Edpuzzle as a tool. Edpuzzle's a little different in that I can take any video from YouTube and turn it into like a learning experience. And so just watching YouTube videos, I feel like you could learn pretty much anything through YouTube videos. Like if you really wanted to learn something, at least for me, and probably because I'm a visual person, YouTube is so helpful. But this way I can also add to it using Edpuzzle, because I can add questions, multiple choice or open-ended questions, and just kind of confirm either students are understanding it or not understanding it, and if it's something I need to go over more. So that's certainly been a really helpful part of all of this. Ideally, we would just be kind of getting right to it, working in groups, but that's not the nature of what we're doing now. That being said, we're still right now working in groups. Students can work alone, but they can work in groups as well. And for the project they're currently working on, so they pitched it last week, and this week they're beginning to film. Working on the pitch in a group is fairly easy because you could be at a computer and someone else could be at another computer, and you could both be adding to that presentation. The same sort of concept is true with how I view the recording going. Students are going to create a folder in Google Drive and share it with each other and myself. Then when they're recording their certain aspect of the movie that they want to make, they'll share it to that folder on Google Drive using their school accounts, of course. And from there, whomever wants to put it together, whether it's at home on a computer, or I guess hypothetically even their phone, or here in class, they can download that footage, have it, put it together in a sequence that makes makes quite a bit of sense, hopefully. And it's really cool to see the range of topics that were pitched. Normally what happens is I get one group that does a pitch and other people see it, and then they kind of all gravitate towards a similar story, but not in this case at all. This is far and away the most diverse set of ideas that I've seen, and I think it's just a small silver lining to the situation where we're in, where we don't have as much interaction. Well, we interact in class, but not all the time kind of stuff. So people are kind of thinking more along the lines of individuality. So in that regard, it's nice. And as I've said, some people have chosen to work alone, and that's perfectly fine too. I think there are going to be there are definitely going to be some issues that come up. Stuff's not going to go right, but that's part of life. And the lessons you learn there, hey, it's okay for things to get messed up. And so when they do their accountability every couple days, uploading either a photo or a video of what they've been doing, that's providing evidence just in case things go disastrously, that, hey, I've actually been doing work, and even if it hasn't come together as it should, I have been striving to do it. It's also, I have a few groups that are trying some really unique stuff, and that's cool to see. If they fail, not grade-wise, but if it fails, but if they show that evidence, they can provide that evidence that they've attempted to do something, that's what matters. So many times things fall apart, but at least you've tried, and it's not a business right now. You're in high school, you're in a class, so what better place to have that experience? As long as you have the evidence to provide me that, I can't just give you an A because, hey, it looks like you were doing work, but you need to have evidence. I think that's a really important piece of it, striving to do better and kind of push things further rather than just kind of settling. But then again, some people are taking this course as an elective, and if you just want to settle and do the status quo, that's perfectly fine and very much understandable. So I don't mean to take away from people who are doing this class for that. Quite the contrary, I think that's perfectly fine. But I'm a video guy, so I always want to kind of be pushing the limit in terms of let's try something new and let's try something someone's never seen before. For the TV people, which there are not many, we're working on documentaries about local history, and we got, just right here, I've got the Groveland history book. So many cool things about local history, and just trying to find little aspects of local history that maybe are forgotten or we haven't really thought about in a long time. So it should be really interesting to see how those little documentaries come out. If you have any questions or you want to get in touch with me, sbartholomew@PRSD is always a really good bet. I will generally always respond to email. There you have it. Good luck. We're all counting on you.